Hey gang, it's Jay from JTech and welcome to another JTech video. In today's video, we're taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy A07, the latest Galaxy A0 series. I've been dealing it for the last couple of weeks and I'm here to talk about it. It's been a while since I've used an entry-level phone, so I just thought to myself, why not go back to the basics and see how I, a traditional power user, can learn from using a technically under-spec'd phone like the Galaxy A07, and I'm going to talk about it from a regular user's point of view rather than me who's just a spec chaser who just wants the best of the best. So let's just not waste any more time and just talk about the Galaxy A07. Now this is a very large phone with a rather large footprint. So this has a 6.8-inch 1600 by 1280 IPS display. It's not the sharpest display out there, but it's plenty sharp, although for a really large 6.8-inch display you might pixel peep, but again, at this price point we aren't complaining that much. This phone does have a 90Hz refresh rate display, which means it feels relatively smooth. If you're coming from a 60Hz refresh rate display, 90Hz will feel a lot more smooth. It has relatively accurate colors. For those who may not be a fan of OLED or AMOLED displays that might tend to lean towards oversaturation, it's good to have a relatively non-saturated phone that has more than accurate colors, especially in the LCD space. For someone who's not a big fan of gigantic phones, this phone it's relatively light. It's not the heaviest phone. It has a plastic build and has this really cool reflective effect. It has a couple of vertical lines across the back. I got this gray, or on the box it did say gray, but it's more like a black, silver black color. It's hard to describe the exact colorway of this device, but it does feel solid. It has a squared off body similar to most Samsung phones. And the one thing that I'm not a fan of on this phone is the fact that it has an outdated water drop notch. And to have a water drop notch on a phone coming out in late 2025 all the way to 2026, I would have liked if this phone had a regular punch hole display. And notwithstanding, this has a gigantic chin. It's the crimson chin of bezels. Like this chin is just almost the same thickness as my thumb. It's pretty huge, but at this price point you can't complain too much. On the left side of the phone you have the dual SIM tray. It does come with an SD card slot which is expandable up to 1 terabyte. It has dual SIM capabilities, which in this market is a very important feature to have. On the right side you have your standard issue volume rocker, as well as the power button, which also doubles up as a capacitive fingerprint scanner, which is plenty fast. It is really fast, and I really wish that some of Samsung's entry level, a good number of them, would adopt the capacitive fingerprint scanner, especially on their tablets, but that's a topic for another video. But it's good to see fingerprint scanners coming at this price point. At the bottom of the phone you do have a regular 3.5mm headphone jack, a microphone, USB Type-C, and a single firing mono speaker. We'll get to the speaker in a bit. And on the top you just have nothing more than a noise cancelling microphone. At the back of the phone we get to see a 50 megapixel wide angle camera, as well as a depth sensor for your portrait images and a single LED flash. Now operating this phone really did feel very unique. Like coming back from a certain standard and expecting this phone to perform or to blitz high-end phones is setting yourself up for failure. This is the base version. I got the 4 gigs with 128 gigabyte of storage, which is more than plenty for those who are coming from, say, if you're using a 32 GB storage or 64 GB storage phone. It's much more than enough to have a 128 gigabyte storage variant. You do notice a few lags and stutters and app refreshes when hopping in between apps, but again, for power users, you should not look at trying to multitask on this phone. Just simply use it as a regular phone and it will be out of your way. But if you're just a normal user with that smooth 90Hz refresh rate display, you will not be disappointed at all in terms of performance. The front-facing camera maxes out at 1080p 30 frames per second, similar to the rear-facing camera. I would have loved if maybe Samsung would have added a telephoto lens rather than the depth sensor for portrait mode. But at this price point, there are going to be 1,000 corners that to be cut, and Samsung had to find a corner to cut one way or another. So I would just say what I love about this phone is the incredible battery life in this. This has a 5000 milliamp hour battery. Now, there's no charger included in the box, which is really disappointing for a phone that costs less than 5000 kwacha. But at this price point, really at the bare minimum, Samsung could have even thrown in maybe a pair of headphones or even just a charger to boot. But you have to buy the 25 watt fast charger separately. But it does relatively charge that large 5000 milliamp hour battery relatively fast, and the battery life on this thing is incredible. I tried to finish this in a day and I couldn't. This is easily, if you're going to push this to the limit, this is easily a 3-day battery. Easily, and I'm not kidding. It has an efficient processor inside of it. It is the MediaTek Helio G99, which is an entry-level processor that can definitely punch above its weight in terms of gaming. I wouldn't push this to high-end gaming. I did play a bit of Call of Duty, but you have to max the settings down. If you got the 8GB RAM variant, you can maybe play this on medium settings and get away with relatively high frame rates, but you just have to temper expectations a little with the Galaxy A07 in terms of video game benchmarks as well as video editing performances. Going out and about with this phone, just using it for phone calls, especially with phone calls, the call clarity is amazing. I could clearly hear people and they'd hear me clearly. I called someone a few days ago and they said that the call quality on this phone is actually really great. So that is perfectly good enough. The maximum cell network for the A07 is 4G. There are 5G variants, the A07 5G that comes with 8 gigs of RAM, but the base version is what we have, and that's at 4G. So for those who are looking for a 5G entry-level phone, wait to the end for me to give you alternatives that you can buy in this 2500 kwacha price point. But in terms of call quality and call and internet speeds, you really can't complain too much. This does support Wi-Fi 6 and has 4G LTE plus connections that are good enough for just your regular social media use. Now, scrolling around this phone, if you're scrolling for Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and even trying to watch videos, you will get relatively decent picture quality. Of course, this is not an AMOLED or OLED display, so you're not going to get inky blacks and really punchy colors. It's just a standard IPS display with more muted colors, not the sharpest, not the brightest screen out there. Obviously, you can't use this outdoors. A few things about the Galaxy A07 that I forgot to mention was that it does have an IP rating, IP54, which means it will survive a few water splashes here and there. So if you're running somewhere where it's rainy, or maybe you're stuck in the shower somewhere, this will comfortably survive that. It's not going to survive a dunk. It might survive a dunk for under 1.5 meters for 10 to 20 minutes, but I urge you, do not dunk your phone in a bathtub or in a pool. It's not going to last for too long, and those impurities might affect it. And this is not a high-end flagship smartphone that survives dipping it in the pool for too long. This is just a regular entry phone. So once again, temper expectations on that. This isn't the most outdoorsy phone out there, but what I can guarantee you with this phone is it's going to stay with you for a very long time in terms of standby time, screen on time. This is easily an 8-hour screen on time battery. If you're going to push it to the limit, you may top up at 6 hours max, but easily this phone is a good enough 8-hour screen on time phone. It's got a relatively power efficient processor, low resolution, or should I say regular high definition resolution display. If high refresh rates don't matter to you and you want to keep it at 60 Hertz, you can easily maybe take this to another half a day of battery life. The battery life on this thing it's quite incredible, I'll tell you that. And another thing that I did forget to mention were the charging speeds. Yes, it does support 25 watt fast charging. So if you're going to charge from 0 to 100%, from a dead flat to full, it usually takes around 2 hours and 15 minutes, which isn't the fastest, but this is an equally large 5000 plus milliamp hour battery. If you're charging it from 30% to 50%, all the way to 100%, that will take you relatively 30 to 45 minutes at 25 watt fast charging. So it's not the fastest and not the slowest out there, I mean, we could find faster charging speeds out there with Infinix and their 45-watt fast charging, as well as Techno and Redmi. But at 25-watt fast charging, under 2,500 kwacha, it's not too much to complain. I just wish Samsung would have eked out a bit more, maybe 35-watt fast charging. But they're trying to sell the fact that this is an entry-level A0 series phone. Thankfully, you won't be hugging the wall with this phone, because the standby time on this, I went to sleep charging it 100%. I woke up the next day, it had only dropped 2% of battery life with no power saving mode left on. Because this phone is just, it's a battery champ. I love it for that. Now let's talk about the cameras. So do not expect too much from an entry-level camera. In great lighting conditions, it does have phenomenal pictures that you can churn out of that 50 megapixel sensor. There's this picture that I took. I will show you the samples as I'm talking right now during the sunset, and it looked incredible. It looked something straight out of a flagship phone. But there are parts that you're going to see where the price was cut to varying degrees, especially with low light mode, low light video, zoom capabilities. It does have a 50 megapixel mode, which can allow you to capture pictures with higher quality, and you can zoom in more, which means space will be large. But with 128 gigs of space, I wouldn't worry too much about topping out the storage on this phone. But other than that, it's a decent camera. You can just, if you just want a good enough camera just to take in really good lighting conditions, you can't complain too much with this. For low light, absolutely not. Low light cameras at entry-level prices will not give you the results that you require. But for everyday purposes, for just taking pictures of yourself or your kids, or maybe something to share with your family WhatsApp group chat, or even a few social media pictures like taking pictures of food, you really can't complain too much about this. Now, there are people who have tried to put Gcam on the Galaxy A07. The mods for that are very hard to find, but if you're to look around for a Gcam mod for your Galaxy A07, you would take exceptional, near flagship quality pictures on this phone. It does have the hardware that can take good pictures. It's not going to have the best zoom. Video quality is not really the best out there, but I can guarantee you can take very, very good pictures out of this camera.
And yeah, it's not too bad. It could be worse. I've seen worse. But it really isn't the worst video quality out there. Definitely not the worst video quality out there. I can do right now, but I'll see what I can do.
The front-facing camera maxes out at 1080p 30. It's an 8 megapixel shooter. You're not going to get the best selfies out there. If you're doing video calls, it will do the job, but it's not the best selfie camera out there. It will do the job in good lighting. For multimedia settings, i.e. the speakers, I think this is one of the cons. One of the cons that I will mention about the A07 is it doesn't have stereo speakers. I guess once again that's where Samsung had to cut corners and give us this really teeny bottom firing speaker, which is not going to blow your mind away. It's just going to do the job, and it'll just it's not the most punchy out there. It's very teeny, and it's not the loudest. You can just block the sound out with one finger, and that's pretty much it. It's just not the most comfortable multimedia experience. You can just get your headphones, just plug into the 3.5mm jack, thankfully, which is there, or you can just plug in Bluetooth. This does support Bluetooth 5.3, so most of your TWS headphones or Bluetooth headphones should do the job. So my final verdict about the Galaxy A07 is that for under 2,500 kwacha, you get incredible battery life, a really compelling design, really fancy design, and decent camera performances. But you're going to miss out on a few things. There will be no stereo speakers. It has a very outdated design from phones from 6-7 years ago, and it has relatively slow charging. It's fast, but not the fastest. So I can recommend alternatives for those who are looking for phones under the 2,500 kwacha range. Like I've been mentioning, the Infinix Smart 20 is a very, very good device. It has stereo firing speakers. The 8 gig version with 256 does have a 120 Hz refresh rate display, an optical in-display fingerprint scanner. It comes with a pair of headphones and a 45-watt fast charger packed into the box. It has it all, and I feel like that's just a better, more compelling phone in this price range. Or you can even get the Tecno Pop 20 or even the Redmi 15C. But if you're into the Samsung ecosystem and you're just locked in with stuff like some features like good lock or just the general Samsung ecosystem, the Galaxy A07 is very, very good. If you're within the Galaxy ecosystem, there's not much of a difference between the previous year's Galaxy A06, or maybe you would want to fork out a bit more and get the Galaxy A17. It looks pretty much like the A07, but has an extra camera as well as an AMOLED display and a high refresh rate. But if you're really, really tight for funds, this phone, you cannot go wrong. The battery life is very, very good. The cameras are really, really good for the price, and it's just got a very decent build quality as compared to others in this price range. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below, what other phone review would you like to see? Are you impressed by the Galaxy A07? What phone should I look at within this price range? Let me know in the comment section down below. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. If you do not want to miss an upload, make sure you hit the bell icon down below. It's been Jay from JTech. Talk to you guys next time.